Hey there everyone, this is John the Sea Monkey Dude here, and today I wanted to do a tank update and then show you how I'm feeding my sea monkeys. I know we've done that before, but some of the new viewers may not have watched some of the older videos. You should go back and watch them though, they're good, I promise. So we're gonna just quickly show off the tanks I've got going right now. There's 10 of them. Yeah, I've had as few as 1 and as many as 20 something at some point. Right now I'm at 10. And I'm pretty comfortable with 10. We'll probably try to keep it right around there, maybe go up to 12, but I don't want many more than that going at once. It gets to be a little bit of a chore, right? And these are supposed to be easy pets to take care of. So yeah, we'll go over what tanks I've got going. I'll talk a little bit about them, and we will feed them too. Let's take a look. All right, here we are at my desk. I've got 5 sea monkey tanks that stay right on my desk with me, you know, as I'm working, and I love watching them while I'm working. It's great. We'll just go sort of down the list here. Here is the Sea Monkeys on the Moon mini world, and they're chilling in the back. Oh, there's a big one right up front there. We've probably got, you know, maybe 6 or 8 adults in here. Some of them are hiding right now. You can see, oh, there goes one down the middle. And one of them had babies last week, or earlier this week. And we've still got quite a few babies in here. Hopefully some of those will make it to adulthood. We've got some algae growing at the bottom. You can see, oh, there's someone down the bottom left eating right now. Yeah, they like eating that algae. This tank's going pretty well. This one we had going for a very long time at one point, over 2 years. Yeah, and we have restarted it since then. But yeah, it's still doing incredibly well. Very, very happy with this tank. Right behind it, we got the SMES. You know, that's the Sea Monkeys Executive Supersize Suite. Lots of medium-sized adults, you know, in here. Sorry for the flickering light. Maybe we can change that. Hey, Google, turn the lights in this room fuchsia. I don't know if that's easy. Turn the lights in this room aqua. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know if that makes them easier to see or not. Maybe not. Not in this tank. So we've got a good amount of like sort of sediment floating around in here. And I don't know why, but that happens frequently with this tank. Part of it's probably because there is no lid. So I'll bet more dust gets in there. And I don't think my house is especially dusty, but probably average American home dusty. That means there is some dust. The sea monkeys seem to be doing fine though. We've got a lot of them in here. I don't see a whole lot of babies right now. They're all, you know, medium-sized adults, I'd say. We got some mating pairs, so hopefully we'll have some babies soon. All right. This is my newest executive tank. I got this a month ago or so. And, you know, it's one with the black top, black base, and the bottom of it is just the clear craters that we're used to in the Ocean Zoo style tanks. No coins in there, no little gold figurine up top. You know what? I don't like this light color. Let's change it. Hey, Google, turn the lights in this room green. Thank you.
My pleasure.
All right, I think that looks okay. So this tank is doing really well. I'm happy with it. I think it looks cool. All right. This is the Japanese Magic Castle, which now I guess it's not exclusive to Japan. I think we've seen these in Australia as well. Mine was Japanese. It was in Japanese packaging. I bought it on Japanese Amazon a couple years ago. And it's got that clear blue castle, which you can't really tell is blue right now because I changed my lights to green. Let's make the lights clear. Hey, Google, turn the lights in this room white. There we go. Thank you.
You got it.
And we've got a good amount of adult sea monkeys in here. I don't see any babies right now. Oh, I see one baby. There's a baby towards the top. I don't know if it was on camera or not, but yeah. This one seems to be doing really well too. I love the look of this tank. I think it's fantastic. Whoever designed this, A+. Hopefully you got a raise. I think it's cooler looking than the Magic Castle that was out before. The opaque one. Not that there's anything wrong with that one. I just like this one better. Very, very cool looking Sea Monkey tank. All right. This one is the Sea Monkey Super Set that's available from the international website, the Australian-based website. If you go to seamonkeys.com, go to the store on there, and then it asks you to select your country. It's basically a fishbowl. It's 3 times the capacity of a standard Sea Monkey tank, and we've got a lot of Sea Monkeys in here. Mostly adults. There might be a couple babies. I don't see any babies right now. Oh, I see one, but it's mostly adults in here right now. Algae grows really well at the bottom of this. Can you see that? Yeah. This one's always done well for me growing algae. So they like to munch on that algae. You can see there's some up top munching on the algae there. We've got lots of mating pairs in here too. Look at that red one right up front there. Pretty cool. Oh, there she goes. Yeah. I like this tank. That lid did not come with it. I need to do something like that with this one probably. That was just like a Tupperware style lid that was laying around my kitchen that I put on there. Cut a little thing in it so I could feed them easily without removing it. But yeah, this one's doing really, really well. All right, let's look at some of the other tanks. So those are all the ones that are on my desk. But if we go up onto my window ledge, I've got 3 Sea Monkey tanks right now. All right, the one on the right here was originally called Ocean Adventure, and then they called it Bundle Set last year, and that's when they re-released this. This is that weird one where at first it came with 1 set of packets, but this is over double the capacity of a standard Sea Monkey tank, and so if you just use 1 set of packets, it's not going to be salty enough and your pets are going to die. It's sad, right? So they started bundling with 2 sets, and there used to be a graphic that went around the bottom here, like sort of where those lines are, that looked like aquatic plants, and they decided not to put that on. This one does have a cool built-in light in the lid. When it's dark, I'll show you. It's not dark right now. It's like noon. I've got other videos that show that off, so be sure to take a look. This one grows algae like crazy. See if I think you can see that down there. Yeah. So there's always sea monkeys down there eating the algae. I think I've got 3 or 4 adults in here is all. We didn't get a really big population. But we've got at least 2 females and 1 male adult minimum right now. A lot of times they are hiding. Well, there's one of the females swimming across the bottom. They're in there though. I see another one. I think it's a male down eating the algae. And there's somebody right there too. And then we've got some of these teenager sized ones in here too. Yeah, you can see quite a few of those ones. But they're doing well. I still feed them. Oh, we got one right up top eating too. Sort of hard to see that one because of the algae growth on the side. All right. Well, like I said, they're in there. They just hide sometimes. I still feed this one, normal schedule. We do have a lot of water in there, and there's usually babies in here too, so I want to make sure we're taking good care of them. We'll talk a little bit more about feeding in a little bit. All right, this is my newest one. This is, what's it called? Pirate Treasure, I think? Yeah, Pirate Treasure. It's hard when you got so many different ones with ships and pirate coins and all that kind of stuff, and then there's Ocean Treasure. Pirate Treasure. This is a red, clear Pirate Treasure tank. It's got that submarine searchlight built into the lid there. These guys are doing well. I don't have a whole lot of algae growth. You can see there's a little bit down there. But again, I've started this one recently. So we'll just have to wait a little bit for more growth. It's sitting on that heating mat, and we've got the light behind it. I'm not afraid that it's not going to grow algae. It will. Just take some time. But you can see we've got a lot of, good-looking, medium-sized adults, sea monkeys in here. A lot of mating pairs. Don't think there's any babies right now. Again, this is one of my newer tanks, so I don't think they've had babies yet. I haven't seen any, at least. But these guys are pretty cool. All right. Here's the Nightlife Gems. Remember this? I did a few videos about this one, so here's the update. For whatever reason, this one gets a bigger salt buildup on the lid than any other tank. Interesting, huh? Yeah, and we've got the Nightlife Gems in there, the actual stones. There's those 3 big stones in there, which seem too big for the tank, but I've got them in there. And they're growing algae on those things like crazy. They really like it. You can see some sea monkeys down there eating that algae. We've got lots of adults in here. If there's any babies, there's not very many, but we do have a couple mating pairs in here too. So pretty awesome. They're doing really well. All right, we got 2 more tanks. That was 8. We got 2 big tanks. Here's the first of the big ones. So this is the world's largest sea monkey colony. If you've watched my other videos, you've probably seen some other videos, on this colony. A lot of times when the light is bright in here, they like to hang out at the bottom. So we've got a lot of sea monkeys chilling down at the bottom. They also eat this algae and stuff down here, which you guys can see in the video. Look at all those guys just chowing down on that algae. Yeah. And there's algae growing on these fake mushrooms. They're eating it. That looked like a whole big rockscape at one point. I mean, it's aquarium decoration, but it's overgrown with algae. They're eating it. But we got sea monkeys swimming all over in this tank, which is great. We've got lots of sea monkeys of all different sizes, baby ones, medium-sized ones, adults, lots of mating pairs. These guys are doing great. Again, when it's bright out, they like to hang out down here. And the light in this tank does regulate itself to simulate sunlight, moonlight, sunrise. So depending on the time of day, the lights in here are very different. And I've done some videos showing that off, so make sure you go and take a look at those too. All right, one more sea monkey tank. Here we go. This is the Ultra Castle. Population in here is not as big as I was hoping, but we did have a baby boom recently, so that's great too. We've got a lot of sea monkeys still. There's some eating the algae on that fake plant. And hopefully we can get them into focus here. There's a lot of babies swimming at the top. Hopefully a lot of them survive. But this tank, even if the population's not as big as the one next to it, they're still doing incredibly well. And hopefully that population will grow. And if not, you know what? We've got a good amount in here. Still fun to watch them swim in and out of that big castle. Really, really cool. All right, I'm going to pause the video real quick and then we'll talk about feeding. And we're back. That probably took about a second for you. It was about 30 seconds for me. So we're going to feed them. Today is Friday. So on Fridays, I like feeding them a liquid food. And I've been feeding them live phytoplankton recently. I bought this stuff, sort of hard to see, but this big bottle, it's almost out here. It's called Dean's Phytoplankton. I got this on eBay. It's been working pretty well. You can see I'm almost out of it though. And so I just bought some other live phytoplankton from a company called Algae Depot. They sent me a sticker too. Look at that. There you go. And their website looks like it's just algaedepot.com. They sell products on there. And they sell on eBay as well. Definitely take a look at both if you're looking to use this as a food, because sometimes the prices aren't the exact same on eBay and on their website. Make sure you're getting the best deal, all right? I haven't tried this yet. When my stuff from Dean's Phytoplankton runs out, I'm going to try this stuff from Algae Depot. I recently bought a refrigerator for the sea monkey room. Seriously, I did. Just a little mini fridge so I can keep this stuff in there. But it looks good. It had really good reviews. I talked to the people that worked at the company and they said they've got 2 products that'd be really good for brine shrimp. I bought the one that they recommended that's the better of the 2. We'll talk about that one in a future video. So right now, we're going to try this stuff. All right. What I like to do is put some in this little plastic cup. This is from Zender's of Frankenmuth, Michigan. That's where this little kid's cup came from. But I'll pour this in here. It's easier to get with a little pipette while it's in there. All right. So what I'm going to do is the regular size tank. So that includes the Mini Worlds, Ocean Zoos, Magic Castle, any of the regular size tanks. I'm going to feed them 0.5 milliliter of this stuff. I've got this pipette right here. This might be hard to see, but it does have measuring lines on there. So we will get about 0.5 milliliter. I got too much in there, so we'll squirt some back out. All right, we're at 0.5 milliliter. We're gonna put this right in here for these guys. There we go. Hope they like it. All right, we're gonna do that same amount for these 2 tanks in the middle back here. We've got, this one is that executive tank with the black lid, very cool. Let's give them about 1/2 milliliter of this stuff. Let's see. There we go. Awesome. All right, Japanese Magic Castle. Same thing. We're gonna do right around 1/2 milliliter. And again, I'm experimenting here. I haven't been using this liquid food for a very long time. I typically feed these guys about twice a week, Mondays and Fridays. And I've been using, just for a couple weeks now, I've been using the liquid food on Fridays and the regular sea monkey growth food on Mondays. All right, now we're gonna go over to this one, that superset. Now this one's 3 times the size, so I am gonna give them 3 times as much. That means we need 1.5 milliliters of this green juice. All right, we've got it. There we go. We don't want to forget about the executive supersized suite. It is my favorite sea monkey tank. There we go. Way in the back there. Let's see if I can get this for you guys. So that one is 4 times the size of a regular tank. That means we need 2 milliliters of the green juice. All right, got about 2 milliliters in my pipette. There we go. Sweet. All right, we've got these 3 up here. I'm gonna feed them off camera. You've seen how this works. Then I'll turn the camera back on when we feed the big tanks. Be right back. And we're back. I just fed those other 3 tanks up there, you know, the Nightlife Gems, the Pirate Treasure, and the bundle set, or Ocean Adventure. Now for the big tanks, I try to give them about 50 milliliters of this liquid food. So I've got this big measuring cup like you'd use in a kitchen. I just sort of go, you know, halfway up to that first line. It's probably not exact, but it seems to be working. And 50 milliliters is good. Remember, I do feed them powdered food as well, and they've got lots of algae in that tank. So I'm not really going to use this pipette at all. We'll put that away. We're just going to sort of pour this in here till it looks like right around the 50 milliliter point. Yeah, it looks pretty close. And if that's not exact, that's all right. You know, so here we go. Let's start with this one. So we've got this little lid right here. Open that up. Now, one thing I do too, sometimes I'll try to spread it throughout the whole top of the aquarium. So instead of using that little lid, we'll just open the whole thing here. There we go. There's my reflection. Hi. Okay. So we've got this. Just sort of spread it out through here. There we go. Okay. That's it. Now we'll do this for the other one. Now, I've noticed that I won't have enough of this Dean's phytoplankton to do 50 milliliters. That's the end of it. So you know what that means? It means we get to try out that new stuff. Let's see how that works. So these guys in that big castle tank are gonna get a mix. So I'm walking over to my fridge right now, gonna grab that new stuff. Literally just came in the mail today. All right. So here is the stuff from Algae Depot. There you go. All right. Algae Depot Reef Boost. Sorry, it's sideways. I don't feel like moving my phone. This is what the person I talked to recommended that I use. Shake daily. All right. So I'm shaking it up. There we go. See, shaking. And we will open this and we'll get it to right around that 50 milliliters. So they're getting a little bit of that Dean stuff, a little bit more of this. All right, that looks about right. Now let's go over to that big aquarium. All right, this one's a little bit different. We've got that little lid that opens up front. If we want to take the whole thing off, it doesn't have a hinge. It just lifts off. Yeah, interesting, right? So here we go. I'll show you guys this view as I pour it in. It might be more interesting. There we go. Enjoy, sea monkeys. You can see we got a lot of algae growing on the glass here too. I need to clean that. Okay. I'll let that settle for a little bit, and then what I'll do is I'll turn on the bubbler for these guys so it helps mix it all up. And that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing my 10 sea monkey tanks that I've got right now. We got some cool ones for sure, and hopefully you enjoyed watching me feed them. Have a great weekend, you guys. Bye-bye.